edition of Arcanum Business Spotlight. Just as a refresher, this program is designed to give our local businesses some exposure, and that's our goal. Today, I'm blessed to have Rob Bond from Orme Hardware joining us for the program. Don't be surprised if their mascot makes a special appearance. Duke, anybody that's been in the hardware has met Duke. He has a mind of his own, so he might make an appearance during this video. First, Rob, let's just talk about the history of Orme Hardware itself. I know you have multiple locations. How have they expanded, and how did they end up in Arcanum?
Well, originally Orme Hardware started in Cambridge, Ohio, and we actually just celebrated our 150-year anniversary this year at our Cambridge location. It was a pretty big ordeal. From that point, it stayed in Cambridge for quite some time, and they've spread through up to 7 locations at this point. We are the most recent location. We are pretty much all along the I-70 corridor from Cadiz, Ohio, which is near Wheeling, West Virginia, all the way to Arcanum.
Great, great. Why Arcanum? How did they choose Arcanum? And how did the transition go with the old owners who had owned this facility for a long, long time? How did that transition go?
Well, Dick McCoy, who has recently passed, was the president of Orme Hardware at the time. And the owners of Arcanum Hardware, they were all Do It Best members. Dick McCoy was also on the board of directors for Do It Best Incorporated. And they had been negotiating and going back and forth for some time, and everyone decided eventually that the McCoy family and Orme Hardware would be a good fit in Arcanum, and Arcanum would be a good addition to our portfolio as a company.
Great. And Orme Hardware, obviously we have our Arcanum location, but it's not just Arcanum that visits your store. You guys have customers that come in from all different villages. You're more of a regional hardware than you are just for Arcanum. Explain about your customer base. Where do you draw people from, and why this location is a good location for you guys?
Well, Arcanum, has a history of being kind of a center of these smaller towns in the area. We get everything from West Manchester, Pittsburgh, Phillipsburg, and quite honestly, it's dependent on seasonally. During the winter time, we do a lot of work with the Somerset wood fuel pellets. We do a high volume of those, and we start seeing people from Cincinnati coming up because our pricing is so competitive. And Somerset wood pellets are a difficult product to keep in stock, and we order pretty heavily in it. So everyone else knows that when everyone else is out, they can come find it here at Orme Hardware.
Yeah, you can. That's for sure. You guys have an amazing selection, which we'll get to in a little bit. Let's talk about the renovation. Obviously, our Arcanum Hardware doesn't look like it looked 5 years ago. It is dramatically different in a good way. I mean, it is a beautiful store. Talk about the renovations and how that went.
Well, that was the main reason I was brought in, was to help assist in the changing over of the store. The way that the store was set up in the past, right now, the retail environment is going through a transition from old school ways to new school ways and trying to combat the big box stores, online retailing, and the whole shebang. One of the things that we had to identify early out is how aggressive we wanted to be at going towards the big box stores, which is our primary competition for small business. Small business hardware stores are starting to basically disappear, to be honest with you, because they cannot compete. We had to make a judgment call on how aggressive we were going to be, as I said, and we feel as though we have a product variety and selection that is very competitive with the big box stores. That started about a year and a half. We worked on the renovation. Essentially, everything in the store had to completely gut it down. We rebuilt the shelving. We brought in all new product. We moved our service and tire and rental departments across the parking lot into a larger building for them, and opening up more floor space in here. We were actually able to put in 30% more inventory than we had prior to the remodel. So everything's fresh, everything's new, everything's clean, and we're getting a pretty positive response.
Yeah. When you guys first took over, there was some concern in the community. Am I going to lose this? Am I going to lose that? You guys sent out a survey. I filled out the survey. I remember when you guys were coming in. You were looking for those services that our community needed. And you were able to carry out a lot of those services. Talk about a little bit of the services that you guys have, not only in the store, but also in your service shop.
Well, we do offer, as I said, rental and small engine service and tire repair. We also offer screen repair, paint mixing. We have lumber. We have steel, chainsaws, blowers, and whatnot. We carry Carhartt. We have plumbing, electrical. We do lamp repair, key rekeying, lock rekeying, key cutting. I mean, we are everything that an old school hardware store has always been expected to be. We have just adjusted ourselves to be competitive in a larger market.
You guys have. And it's funny, my sister, she lives up in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and she just came to town a few weeks ago and she wanted to come to the hardware. There is something for everyone at this hardware. If you're bored on a Saturday, you're bored on a Sunday, come out to the hardware and look around. There is something for everything, for everyone. You have beer making supplies, wine making supplies.
Absolutely.
You still carry a craft selection, right?
Yes.
So it's really, really unique hardware that we're blessed in Arcanum to have. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about your sign out front. So we've always had a sign on Main Street for the hardware, and over the past year or two, they've gotten more humorous. So talk about the sign. Who does the sign? Who comes up with the signs? And
well, I do a lot of the signs myself. We do what we can to try to make it a little bit fun with the staff, and I try to get them to help me come up with some of the signs. But we do try to keep it humorous, and to be honest with you, we do recognize we're in a community. We are neighbors with everybody that comes in the store. Sometimes it's not always about trying to put a $4.99 block of wood on the marquee. It's just to sell something in someone's faces. And sometimes it's just about making someone laugh on their way to work.
And you accomplished that task. I was driving back from the mayor's office, drove by. It said free belly rubs. Sorry, pets only. And I laughed all the way until I got to the stoplight heading into town. It was great.
That was Duke's suggestion.
That was Duke's suggestion?
He wanted that one up there, yes.
That's good. Rob, let's talk about your hours when you guys are open. I know they've changed. You guys have taken some input from the community. I think they wanted some Sunday hours. You guys have accommodated that. If you want to talk about your hours.
Yes, we are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., Saturdays 8 to 5. And as of May, we have decided to start opening up on Sundays. Sundays is one of the most important days of the week that we do offer our doors being open. 99% of the people that come through that door on a Sunday, the first words out of their mouth are, "Thank God you guys are open today."
We have a lot of weekend warriors out there that want to get stuff done.
Absolutely.
And sometimes that's the only day, and we know Sunday's a blessed day, but sometimes it's really convenient to have that.
Absolutely. And people, as everyone knows, the days of the 40-hour work week are over. Everybody works 50, 60-hour work weeks, which leaves the time that you had to work on your home completely compartmentalized and shrunk down to where you pretty much have Sundays, maybe sometime on Saturdays to do it. So that's what we're trying to make sure we would help out with.
Yeah, you guys are definitely a pillar of our community. I don't know what we would do without you, and we appreciate Orme coming in and really taking it by the reins and making this hardware. I mean, it's something for everyone, again, and people from all around come into this facility. Rob, also, I want to thank you. Rob has taken over our parades for the town, and he's organizing our parades, and I want to thank you for that. It's a big task. Kurt Troutwine did it for a number of years for us, and he's taken that over, and thank you. Is there anything you want to say about the parades?
Well, I guess that makes it official then, huh?
That is definitely official. You can't get out of it. You can ask Kurt how hard it is to get out of that business, but we greatly, greatly appreciate somebody taking the reins. Dude, come here, bud.
Go say hi.
Come say hi to everybody. Come here, buddy. How you doing? All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching this Arcanum Business Spotlight. Remember, follow us on our YouTube page, Village of Arcanum, and our Facebook page. You can follow us at the hashtag #OurArcanum. Again, I thank you, Rob, and whatever you can do today to make Arcanum better, do it.